Hey, what's going on, you all? Thank you for stopping by to watch another episode here at Investing with All I See is W, where we talk about finance, personal health, and self development. Well, today I wanted to make a video to share with you my insights on one hot pick that I feel can add so much value to your financial investments. But before I begin, I'd like to inform you that all of the information I'll be sharing with you should be used as guidance information only. And anytime when you do make a stock investment, please make sure to do your research because there's always risk involved with investing as well. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Now, the ticker I wanted to share with you is EMBI. This is a company that's based out in San Diego, a biotech company called Emerald Bioscience. So, what's so unique about this company, right? Well, EMBI is working on trying to advance clinical unmet needs for patients dealing with glaucoma, so ocular problems where there's high pressure in the eye. So, to reduce the pain and the experiences that glaucoma patients feel, what EMBI is working on is an ocular medication where it leverages the use of cannabinoids as well as using its special proprietary solvents so that it is compatible to be injected as an eye drop into the eye. And what that medication is intended to do is that it will provide neurogenerative protection with the compounds that's in place, as well as protecting patient eyes by reducing the intraocular pressure and thus preventing glaucoma occurrence. Now, this is big news because this is potentially a breakthrough disruptor for all of the current traditional medications in place for glaucoma patients. So while patients use the traditional medication, this drug that EMBI is working on will be used in parallel and to see the significant benefits that it provides to glaucoma patients with minimal risk. Now, I'll go ahead and I'll share a deeper dive analysis by sharing with you an article reference, and let's get started. Now, as you can see, we are looking at a report from Emerald Bioscience where it had reported today, December 16, 2020, regarding superior reduction of intraocular pressure of its unique nano emulsion formulation of THC, and it's published in a peer-reviewed journal. So that's impressive news for this company. And I wanted to just quickly go through this information here and let's see what is said here by the CEO of Emerald Bioscience. Our aim is to be able to offer ophthalmologists and their patients a superior new class of treatment for glaucoma with better intraocular pressure lowering activity to prevent vision loss. The intriguing scenario is that THC's ability to lower intraocular pressure is already validated. We know it works based on prior human studies. We also know, however, that to successfully employ THC as a good medicine for glaucoma, we need to have an effective method of local delivery into the eye, consistent with the American Academy of Ophthalmology's recommendation against synthetic use of cannabis to manage glaucoma. This is precisely what our drug offers. So I'll just leave it at that in terms of this source article, but this is definitely great news for treating and preventing glaucoma. And what's interesting is that this company is working in parallel with the University of Mississippi since there's license agreements with the use of THC around this research area. So this is looking very promising, and I want to just quickly jump over to the actual website of Emerald Bioscience. So as you can see, eliminating the value of cannabinoid-based medicines. That's truly their purpose here. And at Emerald Bioscience, they're focused on the discovery and development of first-in-class molecules with strong clinical and commercial differentiation for conditions with significant global clinical unmet needs. With proprietary technology licensed from the University of Mississippi, they are developing novel ways to deliver its synthetic cannabinoid-derived molecules for specific indications with the aim of optimizing therapeutic benefit. So this is looking solid here, and let's look at the management team. So here, Punit Dhillon is the chief executive officer, and what we know is that he was previously CEO at Oncosec, a leading biopharmaceutical company developing cancer immunotherapies, focusing on solid tumors, where he oversaw and completed a partnership with Merck to launch Keynote 695. So that's interesting, with support of the clinical trials for melanoma, and he was able to raise around $200 million. Now, he also previously worked at Inovio Pharmaceuticals as vice president of finance and operations, where he was able to raise 160 million in capital through financing and special licensing transactions, mergers and acquisitions. So, as you can see, this is a true businessman where he does have experience in multiple biopharmaceutical companies, and I feel like this is the man to really drive improvement and scale up this business entity, especially with a growing heightened demand for this sector in glaucoma. We know there's a big market share that Emerald Bioscience can establish. Now, I wanted to just talk about the technology here to explain to you how this all works, right? So EMBI has a proprietary bioengineered cannabinoid-based platform. Now, let me go ahead and give you the breakdown, okay? So THC, you can think of that as a key. Now, let me just give you a breakdown here. So, according to human studies back in 1970s, we know that cannabis has shown a decrease in intraocular pressure. So that's nothing new here. Now, one of the unique things is that the only effective route of administration at the time was to smoke cannabis back in the day. However, being able to produce an effective eye drop, that failed in the past because there were physical properties in cannabinoids derived from plants, and that can create like allergenic reactions for patients. So what this company did was, number two, biochemically re-engineering the THC molecule by adding different amino acids such as valine and hemisuccinate via amide ester bond. The Emerald Company has created a new proprietary prodrug of THC with enhanced water solubility and optimized electric charge, allowing the molecule to enter multiple compartments of the eye, including the posterior compartment, which houses the optic nerve. So that's what allows for the company to be able to inject the prodrug potentially into patients. Now, making it water soluble, as you can see here. Number three, so research shows that using a topical administration of THC VALHS into the eye via eye drop delivery permits the targeted dosing of precision medicine in an attempt to lower the risk of systemic side effects by using a fraction of dose if administered by other means. Okay, so number four, so once the prodrug is in the eye, the ester linkages of THC VHS are cleaved by naturally occurring tissue enzyme esterase, and the THC VHS is metabolized to THC, the active part of the drug. Now, step five here. So we know that we have cannabinoid receptors in vivo all throughout our body. We don't know how it was designed, but we know that we do have specific receptors that bind to the key locking mechanism THC. So the active THC molecule is now able to directly bind to our innate cannabinoid receptors that's in place in our body on organs within the eye that regulate intraocular pressure. So once this medication is added to our eye, then the key will lock into the receptor. Now, number six, the binding of THC with CB1 receptor and CB2 receptor can lead to multiple physiological events which could be beneficial in glaucoma, as such lowering intraocular pressure, providing neuroprotection, and anti-inflammatory and anti-fibrotic activities. So that's very positive, and the key highlights We know that there's a high safety profile with this potential drug. We know there's enhanced bioavailability, pharmacokinetics. There's a significant reduction in lowering the intraocular pressure, and we know that with this drug compound, it provides neuroprotection, especially in our retinal ganglion cells across multiple species of animals, including primates. And we know that nerve death is a central disease process associated with irreversible vision loss in glaucoma. So this is a potential breakthrough disruptor drug that I feel can add so much value if and when EMBI initiates clinical trials scheduled in 2021. Now, I wanted to share with you the financial results as well because I was interested in understanding the cash flow burn rate. Where is the company at in terms of its assets, liabilities, stockholders' equity? So just by quickly looking at the company's Form 10Q, as you can see here, I wanted to look at the assets from a single point in time. So by performing a horizontal analysis from 2019 to 2020, as you can see with total current assets, you can see there's no parentheses here, which is a positive indicator for assets. So as you can see, it's grown by double here from 2 to 4. So that's looking promising. And in terms of total current liabilities, we see an increase with the expenses, however, not a significant jump. Now, with stockholders' equity, we do also see an increase here as well. So that's looking quite normal. But the key thing I wanted to share with you is just with the total assets growing right now in terms of operational costs, we see that looking fairly stabilized. And with operating loss from 2019 to 2020, we see less of a significant change, so that's looking solid here. And in terms of loss per common share, we see a reduction from 0.04 cents loss per common share to 0.01 cents. So in terms of the finances for the company, I feel like this is looking solid, knowing that the company is growing with its assets. So just wanted to quickly share that with you with Emerald Bioscience, and I hope that I was explained to you why I've heavily invested in this company. So I hope this video was valuable in that it gave you new insight on a hot hidden gem pick ticker that will potentially explode by like 75 fold or plus. So that's why I have my money parked here, and I hope that I was able to give you new insight on a solid company that can definitely gain so much value for you. Thank you so much for watching another episode here at Investing with All I See Is W, and I'd love to hear your comments on this company, any questions you have, and I'd love to create that dialogue. So thanks again for watching, and let's win on positive proceeds. Thank you.